Hi Scorpios! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. For our Scorpios, what can they expect coming up in their lives, please, for Scorpios? What can they expect coming up in their lives? Universe. And any... Wow, they're just coming out in chunks. I mean, now that I say that, they stop. Which is probably good. Scorpios, let's see what came out. My goodness. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone. You can take what parts of the reading do resonate, or you can check your moon sign, or you can get a private reading. I get good feedback from private readings. I do ask questions before I do them. So let's see. We got cards left. Nearly all the cards we need for the second part of the reading. So the overall energy here, Scorpios, of your reading is the Emperor. This is like being stubborn, holding true, holding steadfast to what you want, probably. Not budging. You're not going to compromise. You're very well liked and respected by others. You might be a leader in your profession. The Emperor is male or female. All the cards are male or female and is the card for Aries. So Aries might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. So let's read on. Let's find out why the Emperor surrounds your whole reading. Up in your highest energy is the Ace of Wands. Well, these are the two strongest energies in your whole reading. The Ace of Wands is all about fresh starts and new beginnings. That's what you're holding out for. You're holding out for what you truly desire. I feel like you're just not going to be compromising in moving forward. I have the Queen of Wands next to the Ace of Wands and right above the Emperor. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That might be strong in someone's chart or around this reading, or in your chart or around this reading. But what you're doing here is you're holding onto a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, holding the sunflower in another hand. We have a cat. This is the most passionate card in the whole deck, the Queen of Wands. Now, she is ready to move forward, okay? So wherever she puts her love, she puts her passions, whether it's gardens, animals, work, people, whatever it might be, okay? So, yeah, you do want to move forward. And you're a very passionate person, and I think you're passionate about the choices that you make. And you're holding steadfast, you're holding true to what you want. You've been through a lot of healing. I have the Star card right next to the Queen of Wands. This is the card for Aquarius, so Aquarius might be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. But this card is so spiritual. It's a very, very deep healing card. This is like seeing your reflection in that pool of water and remembering the bare essence of who you are. This is healing right down to your bare bones. That is deep healing. So this is probably why you are in the energy of the Emperor, but you're getting through your healing and you're getting ready for a fresh start with the Queen of Wands here. And but you're just gonna hold really true to yourself, okay? I have the Ten of Cups under the Ace of Wands and next to the Emperor. This is cups of love, sunshine and rainbows, union between two people. There's children dancing. There's commitment here in this card because of the union. Lots of love is in your fresh start, new beginning coming up. And this is what you're holding out for. This is exactly what you're holding out for. So I have the Queen of Swords on the other side, the Emperor. The kings and queens and emperors and empresses, they're all very mature-minded. So here we are. This is Air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And it's right under Aquarius. Might be strong in your reading or someone else's around this reading. But the Queen of Swords, the energy, is seeking the truth. and speaking your truth with your sword up in self-defense. Now, the Emperor is always has a sword. You can't see it, but they're always in self-defense. They're always in self-protectant mode. The Emperor. The Queen of Swords now. This is seeking truth and clarity. This is speaking truth and clarity, and it comes from your healing. So let's find out. You're talking to someone. Who is it? Let's keep reading. We have the Lovers here, the card for Gemini. This Gemini might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the Lovers, there's your guardian angels and spirit guides. Oh, heck, they're trying to bring you together with a divine soulmate. This is someone you may have been lovers with in another life. But if not, it's such a strong connection that when you meet eyes, you're both going to feel it. There's going to be no denying a very strong connection. Now, your guardian angels and spirit guides are trying to guide you towards this person, which will bring a lot of love and joy into your life. And here they are again. Right next to the Lovers card, I have Temperance, your guardian angels and spirit guides. Now, the job of Temperance, why the card is called Temperance, is they're mixing this potion back and forth, and their job is to get that one foot out of the waters of emotion and put it on the ground with the other foot to get you balanced and patient. Okay? Balance, patience, and groundedness. That's where they want you to be when this soulmate comes in, so that they can bring them in and you won't blow them off. So I have the Hierophant right next to Temperance and right under the Queen of Swords. So, the Queen of Swords is seeking truth and clarity. That's your energy. So the Hierophant, this is the card for Taurus, by the way. So Taurus might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But this is about traditional values, traditional morals. It's about groundedness, security, stability. It is a very spiritual card for marriage. But before you will move forward with this soulmate that you will find a very strong connection with, and after you're done healing, you get out there, this divine soulmate comes in, you are definitely going to be seeking the truth and the clarity from whoever this is before you will move forward with them. Because remember, the Emperor is surrounding your entire reading. So you're going to be very stern about, about taking chances on someone. Excuse me. Taking out the second part of this reading. One more card for Scorpios. One more card for Scorpios. Here it is. Okay. So, up here in your highest energy is the Eight of Swords. I think you were going stuck in this healing place in your life for some time. But during that time, you always had all these swords of truth and clarity around you. You just couldn't see them. But all this healing helped you to discover the truth and the clarity, and you're going to move forth seeking that truth and clarity. You're blindfolded, you're bound, your feet aren't bound, your mouth is not bound, so you could walk anytime, you can talk anytime. This card is right next to the Six of Pentacles. I think that you were in a relationship, this is what you're healing from, a relationship that was breadcrumbing you, barely feeding enough to the relationship to keep it afloat, throws your scales off balance. And I think that you were not dealing with that, not really seeing the truth of that for a while. And I think maybe this relationship, this past relationship, went on a little too long, or longer than it probably needed to, because you weren't really wanting to deal with seeing the truth and clarity, if you know what I mean. Sort of like an ostrich with its head in the sand, in a way. It's like, ooh, if I look at the truth and clarity, there's gonna, be issues here. But, eventually you always end up seeing it. You did move forward from all of that. I have the Chariot. This is the card for Cancer. Cancer might be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. But, this is, if you just snap those reins, those sphinxes there can move forward pretty fast. So, you are moving forward. And you're ready. You're ready. This whole reading is about you getting ready to move forward and about what is coming in. I have the Knight of Pentacles right next to the Queen of Swords. She has her hand out right towards the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is under that Eight of Swords. I think another thing that you didn't see in that past relationship is that they were not available. They weren't committable. They weren't bringing you groundedness, security, stability. So whoever comes in, this can be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, the Knight of Pentacles. Whoever comes in, you will seek the truth and the clarity. You're going to find out, are they available? Are they committable? You know, do they have a pentacle in their pocket? This is the slowest moving energy in the whole deck. You've been waiting for something grounded like this for a very long time. Now, next to the Knight of Pentacles is the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is right below the Six of Pentacles. Well, they are going to be willing to work and build on this relationship, and so will you. It's not going to be, this is a far cry from the Six of Pentacles, okay? This is building more pentacles, more stability, more security, really focusing on the future. Putting the nose to the grindstone, being on the same page is, well, talk about being on the same page of Pentacles. Page is moving forward. This is right on the other side of the Eight of Pentacles and under the Chariot. You're going to start looking towards your future. This person coming in is looking towards the future. They have a pentacle. You're both looking at a pentacle. You both, I think, want the same things. That's why they're a divine soulmate. That's why your guardian angels and spirit guides, they really want you to get ready for this, okay? You can't be so stubborn or so stern that you're going to not recognize this soulmate when they come in. I have the King of Wands, and looky here. So now we have the Queen and the King of Wands. This is going to be a very passionate relationship. And whoever's coming in is in the same place you are, just like I thought. They are ready to move forward. They want a fresh start, new beginning, just like you do. And look at what a couple that is. Soulmate energy. Fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. And on the other side of the King of Wands, and, you know, building and working, and you finding out, you know, are they willing to do that? Can they do that? I have this Seven of Cups, which is right next to the the King of Wands, and under the Eight of Pentacles. You get that right? But the Seven of Cups, this is about this truth and the clarity that you're seeking, is you want to make sure this is not another one of those cups that's just going to fall apart. All these cups are the wrong cups. All these cups are saying, pick me, but they all have something else in them, so there's not enough room for love. So that caused you a lot of confusion. This is what you need to get straight before you can move forward with someone. This is on your mind. You really are... This is a card of stress, anxiety, and confusion. And this is about your future, about moving forward when they come in. So you will be kind of up in your head, but you're going to be getting to the bottom of, you know, what they want. You know, it's like, what do you want from me? Are you real? I mean, you know, you're going to have questions, and you're going to protect yourself is what you're going to do with these questions, because you do not want to heal again. And going through that healing, that's what puts you in this place that you're in. You are going to be able, you are moving forward through that healing from a past relationship. It looks like this soulmate that comes in, there's going to be a passionate relationship between the two of you. That's what it looks like. If this is your reading, this is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone. Let's take out an angel card. Let's see what your guardian angels have to say about this. For Scorpios, please. What do your guardian angels have to say about this? What do they have to say about this? There. Okay, let's find out. It is the Ten of Thought. And I'm going to read this card to you. A situation that's been troubling you has come to an end. And you can breathe a sigh of relief. With the challenging times behind you, you can now move on. It's important to fully let go at this juncture. Someone in your life may now finally be free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. Well, this person coming in is ready to come in, like I said. You are letting go. You are putting your troubled past behind you. So this is your reading, Scorpios, and thank you so much for watching. Universal Guidance Tarot.